Where last we left off, our heroes had escaped the small village of Forjat after speaking with the rich Reluka and being tasked, God, I can't even read tonight, with the disturbing mission of slaying either Saracen Isilwe or Erion Lathael as a way to prove their intent to the old witch of stopping that which shines before she would give up her secrets. Reluctant to simply run off and wantonly kill people at her behest, the party took a moment to consider their next plans and focused on the messages that Bee had been sending her old master, Destaria. Contemplating the information one such as Destaria might hold and how that could help them, the party decided to seek her out. After days of travel, it was Destaria, or at least someone hired by her, who found them first. A filthy, ill-kept vagabond on the road who stopped our heroes prior to getting to the outskirts of the city and delivered them a written message. In it, Destaria advised that she had most likely been captured and possibly even killed by Arion already, due to betraying him as advised by Ruxy. The deliverer of the message, and whoever they worked for, however, would help the party get out of the city and even the Empire. Somewhat unsure of this change of events, the party followed their new acquaintance as he led them down into the sewers of Mardovia, away from prying eyes. Delivering them to a large room in which there were three others, they were advised to wait until they were called upon. Hours passed, and the party took the time to rest and talk with the others in the dank, fetid room. It seemed that whoever it was that was going to help them used this place as a holding area, calling those when they were ready. Eventually, it was the party's turn. Blindfolded, they were led into another room and, upon having the hoods removed, were bedazzled by the lights reflecting off a multitude of mirrors hanging in there. A singular figure, who simply referred to themselves as the Mirror and wore a brightly polished helm, greeted them, advised them that Destaria had left a not insignificant sum of money to aid them in any way that they wished. Our heroes, considering this, requested that they be aided in trying to find her and possibly free her if she was still alive. Agreements were made, boundaries set, and with that, our heroes were once again blindfolded, led away, and advised that a contact would be in touch with them at the Tall Cauldron in the near future, and to wait for them there. So you all find yourselves led in some random direction. You end up having to ascend some iron ladders, obviously out into the streets of Mardovia in some unknown location. And finally, when the hoods are removed, you find yourselves in a large, empty warehouse. Standing in front of you, there is a single elf wearing very, very simple clothing, who just advises you, Tall Cauldron, if you exit the building, 3 blocks down, hang a right, hard to miss. The contact will be in touch with
How
you.
does one hang a right?
Turn a right. I'm not sure if the turn of phrase is unusual to you. The contact will be in touch with you in 2 days and 2 nights' time. We'll be going through and collecting the information and seeing what we can get arranged for you. And with that, not even waiting for any responses, this elf simply just turns and heads out of this building.
And
I don't
very
think
much.
you can hang a day of the week. Wait, not a day of the week. Why did I say that? I'm confused and sad.
B, are you okay? You're saying things that are not making any sense.
Yeah, no, it's like someone on a different device messaged me a day of the week at the same time that I thought a thing. But I don't think you can hang a direction.
This is phrase of speech. It simply means
A phrase of speech?
a phrase.
Is
It
that
comes
not
from-
anything that we say?
It comes from boating language. So like when you're wanting to turn a boat, you have to hang the what are they called? Those sails. You have to hang it on one side and then on the other side if you want to
Oh.
go that way. So it's all about boating.
Cool.
So it's not starboard.
No, it just depends on which school of thought do you actually say left or right, which is far less confusing than starboard and whatever the other one is.
Why would you invent different names for directions that exist?
Just to confuse people, to make it not starter friendly. It's another form of gatekeeping.
I'm against all forms of gatekeeping. Well, not all. Most.
Well, shall we... What are we going to do for the next 2 days?
We are waiting for...
Drink.
Yes,
Well-
that is a very good idea. I'll be waiting very impatiently for the turn of my axe.
Oh, it should have been done by now, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but if we are being hunted as wanted persons, then I cannot exactly wander out the opening street, Tiernan.
We're supposed to lay low, right?
Yes.
Oh, are we?
Didn't we ask someone to go and pick it up for us and
Yeah.
bring it here?
Yes, bring it to Tor Cauldron, where we are going to where we stay. Tiernan, we need to stay low. We're about to commit a very major and serious crime, so it's best to have small profile.
Is it a crime if it's justice?
Who are we to dictate if it's justice or not?
Oh no, I'm not saying we do, but maybe in the end it turns out to be justice and, then it's not a crime anymore.
We're
Yes.
standing around outside on the street talking about
you
doing
guys-
serious
in a
crimes.
You
warehouse.
guys are inside like a large empty warehouse, so yes,
All right, so
you
there's
are.
no one around.
Well,
Fair
usually
enough.
the pursuit of justice, you don't hire criminals. So, in the pursuit of justice,
Well, there has been violent, hostile overthrow of local authorities, so I'm sure either authority has very differing opinions on what is and is not serious crime. I imagine us breaking out someone they have put in prison is going to be considered by the people who currently have all the resources at their disposal to end our lives and or imprison us, would consider that a crime. But B thinks that perhaps her old colleague can be of some help, so... And she did make available a very large sum of money to smuggle us out of city. Also a crime.
okay. So, I guess we're holding up in the inn, or do you wish to do some disguises?
I'm good to go to the inn.
I'm also good to go to the end. Maybe I can look through my book and see if I can learn anything better than what I know it now.
What about you, Grumpfel? It's like I haven't heard from you in ages. Been awfully quiet.
I feel like I've woken up from a 4-week sleep. So bear with me.
It's the caffeine deprivation for sure.
Yes, we haven't found any decent coffee here. That's okay. I make do, and we'll find something. I'm sure there's a. Actually, no. I think we went through a market the other day, and I think I got some, but didn't
Clearly,
think
they
or say
weren't
of it.
sufficient quality for you.
Yeah, well, dirt is better than no dirt. Look, though in many a civilization to break out someone from incarceration is viewed as against the law, if where we are we feel that that is a wrongful incarceration with no chance of legal release, then if it is in the interest to help B's friend, then I'm happy to go along with it.
Friend feels like an overstatement.
More like mentor, I believe.
Delgrim will say that after having kind of slipped very briefly with this old Swervenebulin talking about deep slumber. He will have kind of just gone very still for a moment, and like the stars swimming in the void of his eyes will have gone still also, just for the briefest of moments. Then he'll snap out of that and point out that Destaria isn't necessarily a friend of B's.
Oh, I've never actually broken into a jail before. Wonder what's involved.
I
We
think
need
we
to,
need
like, blow up a
really
wall or
cool
something?
outfits.
I would say everything involved in a jail break out would be required for a jail break in.
Do we need to, like, bake some goods with some files in it or something?
That's funny.
What? It was in one of the old children's stories.
Maybe. But I also think it would be good if we remained as stealthy as possible and not necessarily disguised ourselves, but maybe did find ways that we can blend more into the environment around us, if possible. Not that I'm saying we stick out, I'm just saying, like, maybe we observe from where we are and see how we can blend.
I've always wanted to do a breakout of a prison. What we need is plans of the building. We need, as B has said, we need uniforms of people who are guard in the prison so that we can wear those and slip by unnoticed. And we need the reconnaissance to know when patrols are and when we have our opportunity to actually get in, strike, and then extract our target.
You know what else we need?
A lot of luck.
You know what else?
I was thinking a video montage with correct music, but go ahead.
You're basically on the money. We need really cool theme music.
Cannot play music while we sneak into prison. We will be found instantly.
No, but for our heads.
Now, about that drink.
So, what are you clowns doing?
Yeah, was the ask that we just head to the tall cauldron ourselves? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the one thing I omitted was that because I forgot to stick it in the notes, that you will have accommodation.
Stop
booked.
it! Stop it!
Fucking hell! That you have accommodation, you have rooms booked there, under the name Laszlo and Company.
Who's Laszlo?
We are Laszlo.
No, who's going to be Laszlo?
Eeny, meeny, Vertum Bay. Delgrim will land on, I think, Gallivahad. Gallivahad, you look very much like a Laszlo. Would you like to be Laszlo and we your company?
Oh yeah, definitely. I could be a Laszlo for sure.
What kind of
100%.
What kind of company are we? Tiernan makes a good point. If we're going to be sneaky, we need to be clever about these things because quite often we make plans and then when we try and execute those plans, either we don't actually stick to the plan or we don't bother with much of a plan at all and the things all go fig-shaped.
Well, how about we go to the inn and we discuss that over dinner?
Let's say we sell cheap love potions. That's the disguise.
Won't we get people coming to us wanting to buy said love potions?
They're so cheap and popular, we've sold out.
That works. Let's go.
All
Did
right.
you say Laszlo?
No.
We need Laszlo's permission now.
I said let's go.
No, I thought you said Laszlo.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
Yeah.
You guys step out into the street, and the very first thing you realize is that you are underground. Delgrim and I think Tiernan, both of you, or it might have been Grumpfel, I honestly can't remember. You recall coming down into this part of the city known as Darkvale when
Not me.
you had originally basically gone shopping looking for stuff. So this is actually the same part of the city in which the smithy that was working on your axe was located. It is... The streets are fairly busy, and again, you notice that there are a lot of drow, there are a lot of Durgar, not an insignificant number of SazTheMeeple, followed sort of fairly closely by elves, and a few Goliath as well. No one pays any of you any mind as you step out onto the street, people just going about their business. The gentle glow of lamps just sort of helping to illuminate this part of the city.
I thought where are we? Are we still in the city?
Is this some kind of early onset old person brain? Do you have Tiernan?
No, I've never been here before.
Yes, we
Is it-
Oh yeah, you have. This is
We-
where we arrived.
were smuggled into city, Tiernan.
Yeah, but we weren't underground. What part of the city is this?
Oh, I get it now.
I'm not from here. B, have you been here before? What is part
Not
of...
underground.
So again, as a reminder, in case I was slurring before, this is the
Tiernan
part of the
didn't come
city.
down this way last time.
Sorry, yeah, I can't remember who went with Delgrim when he went to get the axe sorted out.
Oh, it was
Maybe it was
Gallivahad.
Gallivahad.
It
There
was
you
just
go. So
us. Yeah.
yeah, so it was Delgrim and Gallivahad who are like this part of the city you recognize, but yeah, for the others, yeah, no idea.
My statement stands then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been underground.
Well, it's lower than above ground, generally. But it's
Thank
in
you
the
for that
same area, just to get
Explanation.
lower.
Do you know if it's
Boris.
well patrolled, guards or something, or can we just walk along, not have to worry about things?
I think we assume after hostile takeover of entire city that things be well patrolled and we be very careful.
Okay.
So I'm gonna quickly stick a pin in something here. The hostile takeover thing. What have I missed?
Would I maybe misremembering then? I thought there was like Destaria and what's his face had a whole like power struggle thing happening, and
They-
being
But that's not the
imprisoned was
government.
a result of that.
They did, yes. So to clarify, because it has been a month.
Mm.
So there was a power struggle, but between the individuals, not at like a
It's not like a
whole big
faction.
power level, if that
Gotcha.
makes sense.
It's just two
But-
bitches fighting.
But we were being actively looked for to be killed and or imprisoned on entry to the city.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
We are
yeah.
a wanted person, so we should be very careful.
Keeping my hood up.
Yeah, let's all
I mean,
just
like-
keep our heads down and walk towards the tavern.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, Leslie.
The streets are fairly crowded. You don't see like any guards or patrols as you make your way in the directions that you were given by the elf. And in not too long, you can see what is very obviously the tall cauldron. You are underground, but the roof of this cavern is almost out of sight above you. This is a massive, massive cavern that you're in. The tall cauldron itself looks almost like a tower, stretching up at least 5 stories high. It looks slightly janky. If you think of those towers that kind of look a bit like wonky and not quite straight, with a number of small chimneys sticking out the side, little bits of smoke coming out of them.
Cool.
Comparatively large, but as you get closer, again, there is that customary sort of very simple front door, a little sign hanging over the top of it with just a very basic cauldron on the front of it. Inside, you can see that the bottom floor, as you go in, it's fairly busy. About half of the area of this bottom floor is actually bar, with a number of individuals serving drinks, predominantly drow and Duragar. In the center of the bottom floor, you can see a large cauldron, and just the smell of some sort of stew permeates this entire establishment. And underneath it, there's a small fire blazing away. An iron chimney is suspended above it, and as you look up, you can see that the chimney goes. Basically, there's like a hole cut through each floor that this chimney goes all the way up towards the top of this establishment. There is a single staircase winding its way up one side on sort of the opposite side to the room. And beside it, you can see a dumbwaiter, the little pulleys and stuff, which is how they get food and drink up and down between the multiple levels within this place. The noise in here is sort of, it's that early evening bar. It's not too loud, but it's also not raucous. There's not the drunken revelry that you get sort of later in the evenings. You can see people sitting around at small tables eating quietly and stuff like that. A couple of people kind of going around serving drinks and food.
Oh, I'm gonna head towards the closest empty table.
Yeah, there's like you can see there's sort of one table off to the side which appears to be fairly kind of empty, and as you sit down at it, almost as all of your butts sort of hit the chair, beside the table appears a female drow. She's got closely cropped hair, very vivid purple eyes, and particularly kind of pointy ears. She's wearing a very fine blouse and waistcoat and breeches and a nice clean apron. Grumpfel, you see around her neck quite openly a symbol of Kamatail. She goes, "Oh, hello there. How can I help you today? You have drinks, food. What were you after?"
Both?
Both?
Delgrim will like shoulder Gallivahad in the back. He's taken a position like some kind of bodyguard, which is quite fucking hilarious, giving Gallavad's physique.
Yeah.
But he's leaning into the role play of this being Laszlo and co.
Did we just get even more meta? Are you role playing a character who's role playing another character now?
Delgrim is role playing the bodyguard of the very important Laszlo.
Amazing.
It was the role he was born to play.
That's right.
Yes, well, I guess we'll have drinks and food for the table, please.
Sure, just some stew. Are you after Melassa? Are you after wine? Is there anything in particular you're fancying tonight?
What's the most popular?
Oh, I mean, the Melassa is pretty popular in these places. It's pretty simple, but it's nice. We've also got some Talasso, which other people quite enjoy too.
How much for all of it?
Oh, I mean, if we did food and drinks for everyone, you're looking at about 2 silver for the stew, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you're looking maybe 2 gold for food and drink for everybody.
Okay. That'll do. Bring it out. Some picky bits will be nice as well to go with our drinks.
Excellent. And are you after like accommodation here at all as well, or?
Let Laszlo confer with his group, and I will get back to you on that.
I'm so shocked you didn't say let Laszlo confirm with his co.
Good.
Did you
Laszlo always talk in third person?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I love Laszlo.
Look,
She gives you a bit of a strange
Laszlo
look.
does.
She goes, "Okay, sure, I'll go get all your food and you can work out what you're wanting to do."
Hey,
what-
boss, didn't we have a booking?
Oh, actually, you're very correct there. Laszlo and friends do have a booking.
Oh,
Can you
right,
go-
okay.
If you go check our books, you should see the name Laszlo
And
There.
co.
and Co.
Laszlo and Co. All right, okay.
Yeah.
And it's just the 5 of you that are sitting here right now? Is this the
Gallivahad will turn and count. Unless you're seeing someone additional, I think that's
I
right.
just
Yeah.
don't like to assume. I just thought maybe
We might
other
have
people
some
come
other
in.
people pop by.
I mean, you did assume that I was Laszlo. You didn't even
Oh no, I'm
confirm
just
that.
assuming one of you is Laszlo. So
Oh,
you've said
okay.
Laszlo and Co.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll go
Alright.
check the bookings and I'll bring you
Thank
back your
you.
food.
Delgrim will
Food,
lean
picky
in.
bits and drinks.
Delgrim will lean into Gallivahad. Ask them if they have any clot spit to add to the drink. It's been a long time.
Clot spit. Have you got any that you can add to the drinks?
Clot
Just-
spit. We
Just
don't.
one of the drinks.
We
Just one.
don't. The closest we've got is the Talasso, which is it's more of a goat's milk, which is very heavily spiced. It's not quite the same, but I know some of the Durga around here quite enjoy it.
you want-
Sometimes they'll like add a little bit of honey to it.
Do you want goat's milk?
Fine.
Fine. We'll
All right.
take one, thank you.
Excellent.
To try.
I'll
Yeah.
bring you that as well. And she wanders off.
I just imagine that in some alternate reality, Laszlo is going, "You better make it good, or Laszlo will be unhappy." Just consistently talking in third person.
I hate it. I hate it so very, very much. All right. So sort of not too long after, 5-10 minutes later, probably closer to 5. This drow returns. She's got another one with her, carrying a couple of big platters of food. There's 5 bowls of the stew, which you saw them sort of serve out. There's big chunks of bread. There's a couple of different sort of jugs of various beverages. There's the Malasa, which is like a mead, and you can see the Talasso, which is the goat's milk as well. When she puts them down and she goes, "Right, I've checked the booking. I can see that there's this Laszlo and company, and there's 5 bookings. There's also a note here that all expenses for drinks, food are entirely covered as well." So, and she actually gives you back the two gold that you guys would have handed over when you first came. So, sounds like
I didn't hand it over. You never pay. It's cash on delivery.
Cash on delivery, sure.
Yeah.
So either way, yeah, you're all set. We've got your rooms up on level 5. If you need anything, you can just
Is there somewhere we can bathe?
Sure, level 4. There's a couple of small baths and stuff like that. Absolutely, you can go up there. Private rooms.
Is there 5 rooms?
Yes,
One
there's
each?
five individual rooms. Yes.
And when you
Room
say
for
level
each.
5, is it ground floor 0? And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or do you
So
consider
no,
the ground
this
floor
is the
1?
first floor, and it goes up to the 5th floor.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool. Anything that you need, just ask for myself. I'm Delia, and I'm happy to provide you with anything that you're needing.
Laszlo thanks you. Talia.
She sort of looks at you and gives a polite sort of nod, and then turns and heads off.
Why are you so rude to the serving staff, Laszlo?
That's just who Laszlo is.
It's gonna be really awkward when Laszlo shows up.
He's gonna have a few people to talk to afterwards, but that's not my problem. You give out your name freely.
No, Laszlo is not a real person. Laszlo is a secret name that we've been booked here under false pretenses.
Laszlo is definitely a real person.
I agree. I think Laszlo's a real person.
Yeah. I'm doing my best to embody him, but you know,
I am
It's-
not.
I don't really know them.
It's still better than the amateur theatre back in Svazina, that's for sure. This is very interesting.
Gallivahad, if I may, my mum and my siblings are pretty good at impersonating other people if they have to, particularly in like family games of charades. What I would say is, when they do that, they tend not to refer to themselves in the third person. So, like, instead of saying, "Oh, Laszlo appreciates you," you could say, "Oh, I appreciate you." But also,
Laszlo will take-
who am I to know?
Laszlo will take this on board.
I think that ship has sailed.
It would be strange if you changed how you refer to yourself at this
That's
point.
fair.
Exactly.
One might see through the facade.
Yeah. I've made my bed.
Well, I didn't think we had been to bedroom yet.
I think I'm gonna go to the bathhouse first.
Yeah, we've been on the road for a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, we're stinky.
Yeah, we literally were in a sewer.
Yeah, correct.
So with that, what is the group's intentions for the couple of days as they wait to be contacted?
Wow, weren't you paying attention? We're going to the bathhouse.
Yeah, for as long as I can sit in hot,
Two-
steaming water, I
We'll
would
be in
like
there
to
until
sit
we're
in it.
pruny.
Look, there is as sort of as the time progresses, you sort of come to the realization that you are effectively being treated as like VIPs in this place. So when you decide that you want to have a bath, you know, the rooms are all kind of cleared out. You're advised that you've got them for as long as you need them for. There's independent, large, those really deep claw-footed baths, plenty
Nice.
of like really hot water. There's some like flower petals or various sort of things to help with scents and stuff.
Can I request a head massage while it's happening?
Look, yeah, actually, yeah, sure.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But
With
yeah,
one of
like
those water jet things that go over your head.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Japanese head
Yeah.
spa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe not quite to that extent. Um,
Can someone wash
Ruined
my
it.
hair for me?
there's a little old like Swerve Neblin lady who comes along with like a little stool, and a bee for you. Like we'll give you a head massage and wash
Will
your
she
hair.
wash my hair for me?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm in.
Heaven.
She looks
How
like she's
how to
about.
win me over in real life? Please wash
She
my
looks
hair
like she's
for me.
about 4 million years old, but it's the most. She doesn't talk.
I'm into older chicks. It's okay.
Yeah.
100%. If they don't talk, that's even better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
No.
correct. I don't want to engage in conversation.
No.
She
Rub my head.
absolutely doesn't engage in conversation, and it's the best head massage you've possibly ever had in your existence.
Excellent.
The clientele in this place seems to be sort of a lot of traders, a lot of merchants, more sort of working folk. It is maybe a slightly nicer establishment than sort of your more sort of run-of-the-mill places, but it's not super fancy or anything of that nature. But definitely you guys are being treated as VIPs, although also it's very subtle. Like every time that you're asking for things, they're taking you places like to the bathhouses and stuff like that. None of it is calling a lot of attention to you guys. In fact, as the first day progresses, there is a distinct kind of vibe that these people know how to be very discreet.
It's giving safe house. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're managing you guys in that sense.
Okay, cool.
Grumpfel probably, like, not that he's ever outlandish, but he would be sort of very reserved and make sure that he's polite and courteous at all times to anyone.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Which is, you know, and everyone that you
It's
deal
a
with,
stretch for him, I know, but you know.
Yeah. Everyone that you deal with is again, they're very polite. No one asks names beyond Laszlo. Like, you are just Laszlo and company. Nothing else is asked of anybody. So with that, again, is there anything in particular that you're wanting to sort of do over the 2 days before you're advised that the contact will reach you?
Sorry, no, John.
No, you go first. You go. It's good.
No, John, please, I insist.
Emily, go.
But John,
Well,
you
in that- well,
whispered
in that
ever
case-
so coolly. You go first.
Laszlo decrees John goes first.
Correct.
Oh no, we've
I
created
honestly
a monster.
think that the Laszlo power structures go into someone's head. Look, this is my first attempt to break into a jail of any kind. So I thought it might be an idea for, I guess, the people of the party who specialize in the arcane and whatnot to just divulge to see what options are available to us. Like I have the ability to do a couple of unique spells, which could be handy, I guess. But like I said, this is something which is completely outside of my experience, and I'm just want to pool our resources before we try to do this. What sort of spells would you would you guys like for me to prepare?
I think it's really hard to predict how these things go. I've also never broken anyone out of a prison.
Well, what I mean, B, is that I'm going to make sure that we have the ability to hide, so I can cast some invisibility. Is what I'm talking about.
I love that. I think I don't want to hurt anyone, you know? Like, I think if we can get in and get out without any drama, that's the best scenario, right?
I imagine so. Do we have the ability to help undo some locks and whatnot? I know how, but I don't know how sophisticated this will be.
Well, maybe that's something I can send out for someone to find. When I was a really small child, my siblings used to like pretend, or not pretend, but practice picking locks. And they used to have these tools, and I've used them a couple of times. And I'm pretty good at them, but I don't own any of them, so I haven't had a chance to practice since.
What do you mean like this? And Tiernan's just going to lift up a set of thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, exactly like that. I don't have them
I know
myself,
how to use them.
but
I know how to use them. I wouldn't say it's my specialty.
would you let me practice with them?
Yeah, knock yourself out. We'll just pass them over. I can always create more.
Cool. Thanks, Tiernan. Speaking of, when I was in, the little library where we were trying to be on the down low, I was reading about, a bunch of stuff in my own book as well as reading through other books. And I think I've learned, I know you don't like to talk about it like magic, and I know you're a little hesitant at trying to learn some of it based on your cultural background, but I learned something that I think you might really enjoy, and I forgot that I had it in my spell book, and I think it would be really cool to try and teach it to you, or at least show it to you. I think you'd really enjoy it.
Oh, you're welcome to show it to me. But it's not that I have any sort of cultural or negative view upon arcane.
Oh, and that's not what I mean. I just mean your inherent abilities.
Yeah, as in I'm unable to use it.
But what if we just tried really hard?
That's not how it works.
But what if maybe some sort of miracle happened, like some sort of a god looking down on us allowed it to?
Maybe if I'm gonna mispronounce this terribly, Hamish. Is it Severus? What's that god's name again?
Cerveza.
Cerveza?
Yeah.
You've got to say it exactly like that every time.
Hamish, I'm trying to.
That's how it's
Hamish, I'm
pronounced.
trying to avoid bringing back the god, the DM. Okay.
Yeah. Saviesa is what you're talking about.
Saviesa. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
I thought
thought
the
you
full
mean
name was. I thought the full name for a second was going to be Una cerveza, por favor.
Unless Saviesa is literally going to appear before us and grant us a miracle to assist with a prison break? It sounds awfully niche.
They're not assist for prison break, and they assist with your character growth. It's worth a try. Why you say no? Just give it a try.
Delgrim, I actually feel like you would enjoy watching this happen. I don't think you could learn it.
I do not disagree, and I have no inclination to learn anything. All the things I can do, sometimes they just happen.
Well, Delgrim, don't put yourself down. I'm sure you can
Hey,
learn
you
something
can
if you try.
Is that
Yeah,
a
if you want, but maybe not in public. We should probably do it in the room.
Yeah, well, we got 5 rooms.
Cool. Well, to take full accountability for my own actions, we can do it in my room. And if
What's the spell,
anything's-
B? What's the spell?
Can I show you instead of telling you?
Okay.
And Hamish, I wanna clarify that I had just forgotten to take a cantrip at some point in time that just didn't exist. So I had a free slot in my inherent rogue abilities that I filled this evening before the session, so I truly apologize. And I guess I'll lead everyone up to the room.
Fireball's not a cantrip.
yeah. I'm
This,
generous,
however,
not that generous.
is. And when we get there, I'll be like, Tiernan, I've been watching like how you mechanical things and like put things together, and how you kind of do cool things. And I thought I would try and focus on this spell specifically because it feels kind of like it leans into that sort of a ballpark, and I'm gonna cast finger guns. And basically what happens is I pull out my fingers like a gun and I go boom. And when I do so at the wall, my hand counts as a simple ranged weapon with a range of 60 to 240 feet. And the slow mastery property, I can use my spellcasting ability instead of dexterity for the attack rolls on this weapon, and on a hit, the weapon deals 2d6 force damage to the wall, I guess. So I just go, I was thinking of you, and then I go, boom, and then shoot this, like, force.
What does it look like? What is this
Literally,
arcane?
like, you know how kids are playing cops and robbers, and they're running around, and they're like, bang, bang. Like, B looks very like that. She's like, bang, bang. It just does that. And I guess because it's force, it's almost like a disruption in the atmosphere, as it kind of like this energy bursts out towards this wall, and hits it for 2d6 damage.
The entire tower collapses.
Yeah. And
If
the city all around.
yeah.
It's a terrible.
And the only reason I'll clarify that I'm not aiming out of a window is because I don't want to hit anyone or anything random that I can't
and look,
see.
I'm sure that you can probably manipulate it so that it does like less damage or
yeah, if there's
something
any
like that.
more sturdy parts of the
Yeah,
building,
yeah.
that's
So you
the
watch as this arcane energy sort of erupts from your fingers and goes shooting across the room. Tiernan, I don't know. I mean, yeah, what does Tiernan?
What's the spell, out of curiosity?
It's literally called finger guns.
Out of what source book?
It is from Valda's Spire of Secrets.
Oh, okay.
It's partnered content.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. So
All right. Because Tiernan's like, oh, that's interesting, and he pulls up his all-purpose tool and basically copies it and does exactly the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's why I've learned it for the record.
I didn't know we could access partnered content.
you just got to ask. Yeah.
Okay, well, interesting spell B. I can hang on to that for 24 hours, but yeah, interesting.
Cool.
Do you want me to like copy it out for you in case one day you can learn it?
I don't. I can copy things. I can copy the energies, so I'll keep that in the back of my mind, and if necessary, I can call it up at will.
Cool.
Cool.
Some point during all of this magical nerd talk, Delgrim will yawn so loudly in the most inconvenient time.
If you do that, B like threateningly points her finger guns towards you.
Gallivahad's just been standing in the corner going,
Yeah.
Tiernan, your question is a very good one, but I don't think it's just magic and spells we need to prepare for. We need to find a way to...
Well, I wanted to start the conversation.
It's a good conversation to start, but I think first thing we need to do is we need to get in there as secretly as we can to establish patterns and behaviors and the timings of things. And yes, some of us can become invisible, but what if secret prison? Destaria is great, powerful magic user, yes, B?
Oh yeah, she taught me a lot.
Which tells me that this prison must have some kind of way to suppress or interfere with the use of magic, yes?
So certain types, I imagine, yes. But all I'm saying, Delgrim, is I can prepare things, but without the knowledge or the expectation, I'm flying blind. So
And that's the part we need to fix. We need to not be flying blind. We need to find a way to get in there. If one of us could turn into like some kind of little prison rat and squeak our way into building and wander around for a little while and get feel for a place and understand how it works.
Isn't that what got paid for? Because we're not doing this by ourselves, I hope.
Yeah, we've got heaps of help, right?
I hope, but we don't know anything yet, and I don't like just sitting here twiddling thumbs. If there's a way we can get first-hand view, that would be good. We can try and walk in there with one of us invisible, maybe, but
I think we got to lay low, don't we?
that's what I'm concerned.
No, it's Laszlo.
Well, I'm not sleeping with him.
Can I, Promethean the player, borrow those finger guns real quick?
Oh, he's keen.
That was excellent.
Well, perhaps we just wait for this contact then. And my only worry is Destaria be told you she's likely going to be dead by the time you get the letter. I feel the longer we wait, the more likely it is that we get there and it's only a corpse.
You're right, but also if we don't do this carefully and the way that we've likely been directed, which by the way, like Destaria sent us this help, right? Then we're going in blind and with no expertise and just hoping for the best, and maybe that means one of us gets hurt, and I don't want that to happen to any of you.
Let us hope the Miera is familiar enough with my childhood dream of breaking someone out of prison to make sure that they are able to provide layout of building and timings of prison guards and uniforms and such. Or we just wait for contact. And
Who knows? It might be easier than
those
that.
things. I need you to understand how much I have wanted to do this my entire life since a very small child. There's very specific things that we need to have. Exactly as they were on my wall.
You knew you needed to break out a person called Destaria from a maximum security prison?
No, I did not think I'd be breaking out a person called Destaria. Tiernan.
How many of your family members ended up in prison?
Just the one cousin.
Oh.
But we don't talk about them.
Is it behind bars?
Is their name Bruno?
No, their name is not Bruno. No, they're not behind bars because the entire city fell into ruins and everyone died who could not escape. And he was in prison, so he could not escape.
Wait, what? That's awful.
I know, I was there. I've told you this many times. The
You
tragedy
have not told me this many times.
The tragedy of Navalosh. This is a song I sang it in the fake court.
What? Do I look like a musician?
I was turned into slug and killed for daring to sing this
You were
song.
turned into a slug?
You were there for
I
that.
can
Bee.
really see you as a slug too.
Pretty sure Ham played B that session, sorry.
Ah.
Yeah, you were slug.
Oh, you're right, I was there, but with much less hair.
Point being.
So, were you singing the song as a slug?
No.
No, I was not singing so.
He annoyed a queen, and she turned him into a slug.
I was not singing song as a slug. I tried, but I did not have vocal cords to be able to make sound to sing song. I wanted to keep doing it because I was very angry at that point, but I was a slug.
Could you do it right now?
The song?
Yeah.
No! I'm too excited about Prison Break, B. Pay attention, stay with me.
Could you write a song about a prison break?
I don't think I could do that.
Could you break
Why
into
not?
a prison as a slug?
I think we could break into prison as slug, yes.
No, but why can't you write a song about that? That's cool.
As a slug, because slug don't have hands, don't know how to use writing utensils.
I mean,
But
you
a song about
Delgrim.
slugs breaking into a prison would be pretty good.
B, you wouldn't by chance know a polymorph spell, would you?
That's a really good question, and I fear the answer is no. Yeah, I'm right. It's a no.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought I'd check.
Who turned you into the seagull initially? Who was that?
Huh.
Tina's
turned-
friend from the boat.
Yeah,
no.
your
That's
friend.
right.
Yeah, but you turned into a seagull.
Yeah, your bestie turned her into a seagull.
You're crying about chips.
Someone come get me when contact from the Miera arrive, and we can discuss the actual grown-up plan that I've been dreaming about since I was a small boy.
Hamish, can I ask
You
a
were a
bit of a
small
meta
slug.
question?
Yeah, for sure.
Do we think we're gonna get a long rest before before we get contacted?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's like they were like it'll be like 2 days. So
Cool.
absolutely.
As
Hence why
Delgrim's
Tina's
doing-
asking these questions.
As Delgrim's doing that, I'll be like, hey, do you want to see something else cool that I can do?
Yes.
Asking Delgrim specifically.
Yeah.
Everything you've shown Delgrim is really cool, so he's gonna stop at the door and be like, "Yes."
No, it's cooler if you come back in and you like start walking. But I also just need you to submit.
Fine. Let no one suggest I am not helpfully, respectfully obedient friend, and
I've never
Submissive.
walk towards B. Then
I've never successfully cast this, so I'm hoping that now that you submit, I can. And before you can say anything, I cast Hold Person on you.
okay, great. This whole person is a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, but if you're submitting, you're just letting it happen.
Yeah, good point.
Are you just gonna let it happen?
Yeah, I'm submitting. That was the whole thing.
Cool, you're paralyzed.
Cool. It's fine. He holds his nerve and doesn't freak out.
Laszlo, go and tickle his chin.
Can I can I pick up Delgrim and like raise him above
As
my
he's
head?
paralyzed.
May I, with your consent, can
Feels
you
like
blink?
the DM's call, not mine.
I'm absolutely fine with this. Yes.
Okay.
Nothing to do with me.
All right. Well, I would like to pick up Delgrim above my head and maybe give him a little spin.
I'll point out that every 6 seconds you can make a wisdom save to resist this, and the save is 14.
Surely some kind of strength check would be needed in order to successfully lift the paralyzed.
I don't think Laszlo needs a strength check.
I think you should do it anyway.
If you're going to be spinning him, you can make
Yeah.
an athletics check. Sure.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that.
I was fireman carrying B through that forest, thank you, and I had to make a goddamn check. So you
Until
can
you
make
dropped
a check.
her.
So
That's
that
right.
but that's a slightly different scenario.
Once a baby dropper, always a baby dropper.
I was unconscious, not paralyzed.
That's a 14. So 14, 20, 24.
Yeah, easy. It's like, yeah, it's light as a feather.
It's like
Yeah.
lifting a baby.
How long does this thing last for?
It lasts for 1 minute.
Excellent. After the 1 minute passes and Delgrim is no longer held, it's not as fun as that one time I was Spider. And he will continue his march off into his room, waiting for the contact, and just kind of chill out until then.
Bye, Delgrim.
Okay.
I hold up my finger guns.
Laszlo backs out of the room.
I'm sorry, I'm joking.
All right. Was there anything in particular that you wanted to do for the rest of this time? Okay.
Wait impatiently for my axe.
Gallivahad's gonna start drawing little pictures of slugs on things.
Grumpfel, you gonna say something?
I've already checked with you about what's surrounding the inn. Grumpfel was going to continue his hunt for herbs and spices and coffee and all sorts of things like
Diamonds.
that. Yeah, yeah. But if there's not really anything in the area, then maybe he can sort of subtly befriend one of the staff that's got access to the kitchen and talk to the cooks or something. Just he's as we spoke about before, he's on the hunt for like sort of expanding his food-based repertoire with coffee and other fun things.
I mean, so one very important question here is that is Grumpfel looking at wandering off into the city by himself?
No. And that's why I was asking if there was things in the vicinity, like if the inn happened to be on the perimeter of a market, or if they happen to be like a one-stop shop type thing, next door type thing, herbs and haberdashery or anything like that. But if it's all warehouses and other buildings now, then that's why he'll talk to some of the staff and talk about what delicacies and stuff are in the area, but he won't wander off by himself.
So the staff here would be more than happy to share their knowledge. They'd give you a rundown on some of the various spices and herbs that are used, for like example in the stew and things like that. When you kind of get onto the subject of coffee, Delia will tell you that if you're wanting to have the best coffee in the city, then you need to go to an establishment called the Black, which is in a part of the city known as the Spire. And apparently there's a whole bunch of different coffees they share. Easily the best coffee in all of Mardovia, if not the eastern parts of the Empire.
Nice. He'll get enough information to make a note of where that is, sort of thing.
And like you get given directions and stuff. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Cool. So with that, the 2 days pass uneventfully in between your shenanigans.
Actually.
Yep.
Sorry, Hamish. If just a thought, if we have the 2 days there, if they've got anyone bringing supplies into the tavern, I'd happily, rather than venture out, buy small portions from them. Yep. If they want to allow for that, or
again the financing which seems to be in place here, they're happy to give you like samples of pretty much anything that you're after.
Cool. We can work out the details later.
Yep.
Cool.
So the evening of the second day, it's probably, again, hard to tell because you're underground, but probably sort of early evening. Delia comes up to you guys as you're just sort of sitting around and advises you that the contact is waiting for you up on level 5, and that you have been provided the appropriate privacy for any conversations that are required. So with that, you guys head up the stairs all the way up to level 5, and as you get up there, there's another common room. You can see the iron chimney that's going up through here. This entire floor is empty. Normally there's people here. Normally there would be like there's rooms for hire and stuff up here. Everything is empty. However, you can see in one side there was a small table and there's some comfortable chairs there, and you can see sitting on one of those chairs with a large pipe smoking away, which produces a truly terrible smell, a small, very familiar, chubby halfling who is, upon seeing you guys arrive, goes, "Hey, it's good to see you all again," as you recognize Castigan from in the holding cell that you guys were in down below in the sewers. And he gestures to the 5 chairs which have been put around the small table that he's sitting at, which he's currently got his little fairy feet up on at the moment. He goes, "Come, have a seat. Got some information for you."
Hello again.
Hi. Hey, it's good to see you're all fit and healthy. I'm hoping you're enjoying the accommodation here and the food and all of that kind of stuff.
So you work for the Miera?
Work for the Miera? Look, associate. Look. I'm not going to say one way or the other.
Is this the result? Were you actually waiting to get in to speak, or were you just
Sussing out the audience, maybe.
I would like to roll an insight check to try and get an understanding of which of those things is true. I assume.
Oh, he literally, like when Tiernan says sussing out the
cool.
audience, he literally just goes,
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little betrayed.
"Are
Why?
you? Oh, B, that's really unfortunate. Look, ultimately, it's all business. Don't stress too much about it. Have a seat. Like I said, I'm here with information for you with your little venture that you're looking at embarking on."
Very good. I notice you do not seem to have a large X made partially from 3.
Oh, he says, and he looks around and takes his feet off the table, and then he reaches down and with a groan pulls out from behind the chair this wooden case. And very awkwardly lifts it up and puts it heavily on the table.
Gotta love those bags of holding, eh?
And there's a small note on the front of it. And he says, Delgrim, yes, it was advised that you read the note before you open the case.
Which Delgrim will do so quickly.
So you open the note up, and that the handwriting in there is very. It's the penmanship is very, very good. And in capital letters at the top, it says "Warning." This weapon is cursed. I have done with it what I could at your request, but I would strongly recommend you get rid of this. Any further usage will be at your own risk.
The visible excitement that was built up in Delgrim's entire body at being reunited with his baby just kind of dissipates a little bit. But he will nonetheless flip open the case. And
so inside the case, you recognize straight away the axe. The head of the axe looks exactly as it was when you took it to the blacksmith. It's probably cleaner. That the little bits of sort of aged rust and stuff have been worked away. So the blade has got sort of it's got that new car smell. The haft of this axe, however, looks quite different. Of course, when you first found it, there was a tree root that was going through it that essentially you had to snap off. And so the haft was sort of bent and twisted and not really that great in regards to what you would want for a weapon. Now you can see it is perfectly straight and has been banded with rings of iron. Somehow it looks like the wood is still the same. You recognize the wood. You recognize that the darkness, that almost slightly sort of reddish tinge to it from the blood-soaked earth that this thing came from. But it's been bound in iron. It looks stunning. Not pretentious, like there's not jewels or anything kind of wanky like that about it. It is just an exceptionally well-crafted item. The haft where you would normally hold it, you can see has been bound with fresh leather. And it looks truly beautiful.
excellent. He will take it from the case and with only the slightest sadness in his eyes, just give the cold metal of the blade a little kiss and then rehitch it at his side.
When you pick it up, you can straight away just feel the balance of it. You notice like at the bottom of the haft, there's been some extra weight put on to help balance out the head of the axe. Like this feels
Better.
so much better.
Mm-hmm.
So much better than the last time you wielded it. It settles in your hand. As you sort of examine it, like a finger kind of touches some of the wood, and in the back of your mind, there's almost like, for the briefest of moments, you feel like there's like the slightest sort of whisper. You don't know what, you can't pick out the words. For the briefest of moments, the world just goes a slight shade of red and then fades away again as you hold the axe.
Excellent.
I do need to update the item.
Take time. I think having been informed that it is cursed, I won't be using it in this session necessarily. There'll be a bit of hesitancy, so that's not a problem.
Cool. Castigan sort of watches all of this with interest and says, interesting looking weapon. Not the sort of thing I like to use, but anyway. Should we get down to business?
Certainly.
He waits until you're all seated. Sort of makes himself a bit more comfortable. Takes another big sort of puff on his pipe. Yes. All right. So we've collected all the information that we can potentially get our hands on in comparatively short notice about the situation you've requested for us to gather information on. It is more complicated than one would like. We've done as much as we can without compromising both our own agents, but also compromising what it is that you're trying to endeavor to do. So, happy to answer any questions as I talk through what I've discovered for you. Feel free to jump in at any point in time. I request that please don't write anything down, don't take any notes. Again, this information, if you're found with it, will result in you being killed terribly based on who it is that you're dealing with. We have not written anything down because, again, it compromises our situation as well. But I'm willing to tell you everything that we've been able to discover. So,
Tiernan guiltily closes a notebook and puts it in his pocket and looks a bit upset.
So with that, what I can advise you is that, firstly, from what we've been able to glean from both some of the individuals who we have contact with at the Mage Stay, and through other channels, it would appear that the chances of Destaria still being alive are very, very high. Our understanding is that Arion has got no intention of killing her in the immediate or near future, as apparently he has uses for her. So that's good news, I think. Now, secondly, as far as we're aware, Arion is not being held at any jails. Arion is being held at the personal estate. Destaria is being held at the personal estate of Arion. This sort of situation, generally, when it comes to the imprisonment of mages, members of the consortium, they don't deal with the normal sort of constabulary. There's other things in place. Arion is a very peculiar, very particular individual, and we were able to discover that there were observations of Destaria being taken to his personal estate. Now, that of course makes things significantly more complicated because ultimately the mirror doesn't really have access to that establishment. Also, the mirror will not try and gain access to that establishment because we really do not want to be getting in the way of the consortium or putting them on any sort of uneven footing. We have an uneasy agreement with them. However, there have been some things we've been able to discover for you. So, firstly, The establishment itself, his mansion, it's not terribly large. 2 stories. We have been able to bribe one of his members of the staff to be able to secure you an entry point into this establishment in 2 nights' time.
How trustworthy is that staff member?
Sorry?
How trustworthy is that staff member?
We're very confident of the level of trust involved there. We have no reason to think there would be any reason to distrust the situation.
The Miera does not seem like the kind of organization to take stupid risk.
Not in this situation. Again, if Arion was to discover that we're involved in any of this in any capacity, it would be of a significant disadvantage to us. So 2 nights' time, entry will be, there will be access given to the establishment. Unfortunately, it's not going to be through any of the main doors. All entrances into the mansion, as far as we're aware, are locked, especially when Arion is not in the city, which he currently is not, and is not expected to be for the next few days. All entrances are also said to be magically secured. So usually we have people of various talents who are able to gain entry through even the more complex locks. What was that?
I said, damn it.
Damn it indeed. But like I said, we have got you access, and we're going to give you access to the individual as well who has set up this access to the building, so you can have a conversation with them. Now, again, the layout of the establishment itself, unfortunately, we do not have a lot of information for, but
I look over at Delgrim when you say that.
But we have the names of people who might. So, and for you guys, meta thingies, this is stuff you may or may not want to write down. So,
Quick, no, take a cast, go.
The following individuals may be able to assist. Firstly, there is Nox Van Strawn.
That's a fucking cool name.
Nox Van Strawn.
Yep. He is Arion's butler. He is said to be very loyal to Arion. It is suggested that possibly he has got some magical talents, although it's not necessarily widely known.
Does he have any vices or anything like that we can pull upon?
Well, he does frequent the Gilded Cage up in the Zarich's Fall, which is a suburb within the city. Vices, not so much. I think trying
like
to
blackmail, that sort of stuff.
I'm aware of what you're talking about. Funnily enough, Nox is someone who I think you may struggle to get any information out of. But if anyone's going to know details within the manor, it will be him. Now,
size-wise, sorry, what is it? Are they a big person? A small person?
No, so Nox is an elderly dwarf. You recognize him, very well kept, dark beard, very ornately sort of the plaited grey hair, dresses very well.
And what's the Gilded Cage, sorry?
The Gilded Cage is a tavern. Now, the next person you may have a little bit more luck with, Jolana Utterson. She's one of the scullery maids. Now, so that most of these people will not be frequenting the establishment will not be frequenting the mansion at the moment because Arion is not in town. When Arion is not in town, effectively they have people come in a couple of times a week to keep the place clean, but otherwise it's pretty much empty. Jolana is one of the scullery maids. She is a fairly kind of mousy, quiet young woman. Tends to frequent the Black, which is a little coffee house up in the Spire. She is a little bit of a hopeless romantic. Use that information as you will.
So, okay. Grumpfel, you want to do the honeypot trick?
I'm sorry. What now?
We'll talk about that later.
Now, the next individual, Gavril Dorisu. Now, Gavril is the individual who is actually giving you access to the establishment. Let me just quickly grab the information that I'm after. He's a young human, 6'2", sandy blonde hair and beard. He's your typical young, bullish individual. He's all about drinking, partying. He's very cocky. Often hangs out with a bunch of other like-minded individuals who call themselves the Dusk Wolves. He's actually one of the where are my notes again? He helps manage the dire wolves whenever Arion is in town.
So what was that person's name? Sorry again.
Gavril Dorisu. He can be found with the Duskwolves at the Tasseled Dance Hall, which is essentially, I mean, just that. It's a dance hall. You go there to drink, dance, have fun, listen to music. From what we can tell, he has got a very large chip on his shoulder and does not think terribly highly of Arion at all. Hence why he was the easiest to manipulate to be able to provide access to the establishment. The next individual on our list here is Marius Streloi. He's the head chef. He's also one of Arion's chief enforcers. He's a Goliath, built like a brick shithouse, to put it bluntly. Not the talking type, but he does like his liquor. He does like his liquor a lot. And
What was his name again?
Sorry?
What was his name again?
Marius Streloi. He can be found at the Bellbreaker's Roost most nights. If you can get him drunk enough, you might be able to wring some information out of him.
What was the name of that location? Sorry.
The Bellbreaker's Roost. The last individual is Estevor Sarboz. Now, Estevor is a bit of a funny one. From what we can tell, he is Arion's personal priest. He's an old man, late 70s, lives down in... Where is it again? Lives down in the Old Bones. Often can be found tending the graveyards down there. He's a bit of a green thumb, apparently. Does spend a fair bit of time with Arion when he's in the city, though. We don't know very much about him. He is a fairly quiet individual. But again, he might have information that would be useful.
And what was his what's he look like? Sorry.
Late 70s, shoulder length grey hair, fairly neatly groomed, closely cropped beard and moustache. He's a priest of Lapanzi.
Species?
Human.
Yeah.
Now, normally the grounds of the mansion are not guarded. However, we have noticed over the last week that during the night there does appear to be something lurking in the grounds. We've been unable to ascertain what it is. We feel like that there may be more than one. They appear to be whatever it is, roughly human-sized and shaped, but seems to be highly skilled at sticking to the shadows. What other information is there? It's not uncommon for Arion to use this house to interrogate individuals. We don't know if this is done on the house, in the house itself. Again, with him being a mage of the consortium, people have seen him go into the house and never come out again, and then ride into the city months later, which would suggest that there's maybe some kind of magical way for them to be able to leave or enter the establishment. The grounds themselves are comparatively plain. There is the mansion itself. There is the large kennels for the direwolves when they are there, which are currently empty because there is nobody staying there at the moment. The day, 2 nights' time, there will be nobody on the grounds. Gavril will apparently be attending on the day and will provide the entry point, which he will explain to you. But when you go there, there should be nobody in the mansion itself.
Notice none of the people you seem to have reached out to are, for example, the architect of the building we are trying to break into and break someone out of. How could you not have tracked down the person who built this place?
This place has possibly been here for longer than those sorts of things would be around. We reached out. We made inquiries. This is also Arion Lathael. It is his private mansion. The chances of him just having blueprints lying around, very slim.
Which is why you should try and deliberately find the person who built the place if they're still alive, of course. But hey, I guess I've only been planning something like this since I was a small boy. Don't listen to me. Thank you.
How complex can a two-story building be, though?
Let me tell you about this crazy old man in Narvalorge that built
No, don't tell us. Sing it.
that built a
As a
vast
slug.
and complex home within the caves, full of incredible traps with all kinds of creatures and fire that dropped out of roof. It can be very complicated, perhaps, Gallivahad.
Yeah, if I close my eyes, I can really hear the slug.
It's,
Okay, what support is the Miera providing us in terms of materials and so forth? Is there any sort of extra equipment or that sort of stuff that they can make available or have made
Extra
available?
equipment would you like?
I don't know. This is the first time I'm breaking into someplace. I thought you guys were the experts.
I mean, we are, but also if you don't tell us what you want, we don't know what your capabilities are. You could all be expert burglars yourselves. We don't know that. What do you need? There's numerous items we potentially can provide.
Okay. Probably some thieves' tools. I don't know, a crowbar, bag
Someone
of
that's good at
diamonds.
picking locks.
So
I've been practicing.
We will be providing no manpower or person power for the entry into this establishment. Once you are on the grounds, you are on your own.
So can I ask a quick question? You listed off a lot of information. There was a lot of names there. There was a lot of, what they look like, where they frequent, blah, 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 blah. I'm assuming, but you're saying Gavril is already on board with letting us in.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask what the point of the other people is, if that's the case? Like,
those are all people. No, that's a fine question. Those are all people who work there, who will know the layout of the building, who will understand what it is. We could have gone there. We could have tried to interrogate a whole bunch of them. We have set you up with the knowledge of who these people are, so you can talk to them and you can get the information that you need. It could have potentially taken us another week to try and work our way through. As it is, you may not even have the opportunity to be able to talk to all of these people. You may need to make some choices.
As a professional, would you think it was very wise to go and essentially broadcast your plans to a bunch of randos that you don't know won't turn around and tell on you?
I mean, it entirely depends on how you go about communicating with them. You don't have to roll up to them and say, "Oh, hello, I'm going to break into your master's house. Why don't you tell me everything?" There's lots of things you could try and do. There's lots of ways you could approach these people.
That is something then perhaps you can help us acquire. Is there any way we can, after having conversation with these people, maybe have them forget a little bit about the conversation that we have with them?
Interesting.
Truth serum? Question mark?
Yeah.
Is a forgetful potion? Is that such a thing that exists?
Certainly not something that we frequently use, or I've never heard of anything of that nature. I mean, generally when it comes to interrogations of people, you try and make it subtle enough so that you don't give away what you're trying to do. Or alternatively, you get the information and then you just make that person vanish.
Could we split the list and your guys interrogate a couple of these people for us and then feed the information back?
They don't
Just
want
to save
any
some
of
time.
They don't want to do that.
which
Okay.
they have offered information and
We have to protect our own interests to a certain extent. And what we have done already has put our organization at a risk and has also cost not an insignificant amount of money to understand and get some of this information.
we were assured that the money was no problem for this endeavor. But it is very fair. You and your organization will need to stay here. We get to hopefully run away and save our hides.
Exactly.
Can
And
I
again,
ask one
that
more
is fine.
question?
Certainly.
The exit. Say we get in there, we do what we need to do.
Mhm.
Are you able to facilitate a fast exit away?
We could help facilitate a fast exit once you're off the grounds.
Yeah, like a meeting point. If we can get off the grounds.
We can set up something along the lines of, say, a carriage or some disguised merchant's cart or something of that nature. I mean, as long as you don't come racing out of there followed by, I mean, in theory, you shouldn't be followed by anything because there shouldn't be anyone in there. But I mean, as long as you're not bringing a whole lot of attention upon yourselves, if you are, for some reason, you will be on your own. But if you're able to get out of there with minimal disruption, absolutely, we will whisk you away into the night.
Listen, if there's one thing that we are good at, it is staying off of people's radar and not drawing attention to ourselves.
Excellent, which is going to be critical for this.
I am very
Big.
sure we can do this.
B, did you have a question?
Yeah. You said that you could help us get things if we needed them or wanted them. Is there any chance that maybe you could get us access to like a scroll of polymorph? Just one will do.
That may be tricky, but we can certainly try.
I'd be really grateful.
Noted.
Also, you've I'm a little bit confused. You've indicated that the estate is essentially empty.
Correct.
That includes the staff.
Correct.
So, who looks after their captives? Is it?
It's an excellent question. No idea.
Oh,
Nobody that we've seen or observed.
okay. I wonder if the butler knows.
What was Gavril's job again? He was the guy that looks after
Basically,
the...
the stable guard man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Wolf Hand is the official job title.
A wolf hand. Okay.
Was there any more information you could give us about Jolinar?
Oh, Jelana, the scullery maid.
Yeah.
I mean, again, she's quiet, somewhat shy, a little bit sort of dreamy. Spends a lot of time at the Black. Apparently, she's writing something. She's always there, scribbling away in some book.
And the hopeless romantic. And Tiernan, I have a plan for the scullery maid. I think it's going to be very easy to get information from Jolena.
I have. I used to read a lot of these sort of like crime novels back in the day. I think Gallivahad might be a good idea to utilize the honeypot aspect. Maybe.
I think you mean Laszlo, owner of Laszlo & Co., purveyor of many a love potion, Tiernan.
Yes.
This is how.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is how. Yes.
Cheap but effective.
Well, seduce the hopeless romantic is.
I don't think there is any need to seduce the hopeless romantic, but hey,
Well, you know, I'm trying
Gallivahad-
to play to Galivad's strengths. You know?
Gallivahad, if it's an option, I'm sure perhaps maybe that would be of help. You are very handsome.
Is that something you would
Laszlo
be
knows.
prepared to do, Gallivahad?
Laszlo will do anything to help out the team.
How homely is Jolana?
Wasn't she described as mousy?
What does that mean?
Mousy? Like
Blonde hair?
plain. No, mousy is usually brown, like light brown hair. Like
Oh.
mousy blonde, mousy brown.
It could,
They're
it could also
plain.
Plain? Really?
Timid.
It's not very nice to
timid.
describe people. Someone's plain. I thought they just mean quiet.
I don't know. Just look it up, bro. You've got the books.
I hate being Delgrim sometimes. I think she's scullery maid. I think that means she's in the kitchen more than the general house area. Tiernan.
That would mean she'd know about food prep and potentially food stocks and that
And
sort
if-
of stuff.
and if-
Inventory.
And,
And
if she,
the layout of the building, because you have to know the layout to clean it.
and if she
But scullery is usually the kitchen, isn't it?
if
I
she-
just, in my notes, say maid. I didn't get scullery.
Scullery might, if she takes food to prisoner to Destaria, then she might know of easy path. So I think it's a very good target for us to try, especially if she is going to be sitting down in coffee house. Grumpfel can offer her some of his amazing coffee to start with if she is an enjoyer of the substance. Gallivahad can delight and woo her with promises of love potions and with his incredibly attractive body.
Well,
That's
that's one-
that's if that's their thing.
Well, okay. Well, that's one target. Well, what species was Jolana? Jolana
Yeah, Elven.
Elven. Well, was there another target we were interested in? We've got the butler, the insider, which we're going to have to talk to anyway. Oh, the enforcer was very much he loved his liquor.
Marius.
Marius, that's the one.
He was the chef, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's really weird.
But also an enforcer.
Yeah. An interesting cross-employment there.
nothing wrong with having two vocations.
No, just means they don't pay really well, which is bad.
Quick, someone call the union.
Yeah, someone call HR. I don't think this is right.
Oh dear.
The butler Tiernan would be a very high value target, but if they are also a very loyal target, also very high
Be hard
risk.
nut to crack.
We would definitely need help from our little friend here in some kind of little way to make memories disappear, if that is something that you can in fact help with. If
Or
you can,
kidnap them or something, you mean?
that is not laying low, Tiernan. That does not seem like a very wise idea. No, I mean we have conversation and, well, I guess yes, kidnap them, have conversation, interrogate, make them forget that any of those things happened.
Or just let them loose later after the event.
But only
I
if we
don't
can.
think you can let them loose.
No, after we
Not
do it.
even
Like,
after.
sure we can. We can leave them with the Miera people and say, let this person loose after X number of days or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
but they're still
don't
gonna
know.
know. They're still gonna
Castian
know.
at this point goes, sorry, no.
Oh,
We're
okay.
not going to be holding hostages or anything of that nature for you because, again, that will look very poorly on us, and we're the ones who still have to work within the city.
I just feel bad about openly murdering just people for all the only crime they've done is work for a bad guy.
who said anything about the
Oh.
murder, Tiernan? No one
Yeah.
has talked about
Whoa.
murdering anyone yet.
You just
How
went
else
from
are you going
0 to
like,
100.
well, how else are you going to wipe their memories, Delgrim? Just brain them.
That's what I'm saying. If we cannot find a way to make their memory of our no doubt very traumatic interrogation go away, then we don't. We need to be sneaky about this and not
I
be.
can make them go to sleep.
For how
Well,
long?
I don't know. I haven't really used it before. A minute?
Probably not long enough.
I could shake them till they forget.
But I feel like if you go to sleep for like a minute out of nowhere, it would create enough sense of confusion to potentially think you imagined something.
When was the last time you went to sleep? Here, try. Dude. Okay. Make me go to sleep and then try and make me think that this conversation didn't happen.
Yes.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to
Delgrim.
sleep.
Delgrim, it's not something that I can just focus on one person. It focuses on multiple people, so.
Okay, well, we can experiment on this test a little bit later to see if it's a viable option. But we cannot have any indication that we are going to perform this incredibly successful heist of entire persons from this building. So if we cannot guarantee safe catch and release, then I think we leave it alone. I think Scullery made seem pretty safe. I think we can get away with that.
I have a question for Castigan. Probably a dumb question. Arion, can you describe what do they look like? Do you have a picture of them?
No, I don't have a picture of them. But what do they look like? That is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful question. So Arion is he's an elf, just over 6 foot. Some would say skinny, almost painfully so. Pale skin, thick black hair, swept back, high cheekbones, looks a bit gaunt. Tends to wear very fine clothing, yellows and blacks. Tends to walk around with a very fine white staff. Comes across as really quite pretentious, if you ask me, but that's just my point of view.
Okay. Fine white stuff. All right. Cool. Is there any likenesses anywhere around that we might be able to? I'm just thinking it might be good to know exactly what they look like.
You mean like Arion?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, probably if you search the city for long enough, you might find someone, but this is a big city and we don't keep tabs of every person and a lookalike for them.
I just thought because you was investigating and had a lot of information, you might have some more information about the target. That's okay. Oh, good. Thank you.
Now, I appreciate this maybe isn't as much information as you would have liked. Would have dearly loved to have got you more, but again, we've only had a few days. Arion is an exceptionally private individual, and the fact that we're looking at his private mansion just makes things infinitely more complicated.
I feel like we started off the conversation with you would pretty much do it all for us. I feel like that's in my
I
mind.
feel like there may have been some wild assumptions made
Look,
there.
that is probably very
Hmm.
fair.
But look, give me a list of the equipment that you'd like. If you want crowbars, tools, anything of that nature, let me know. Absolutely can get those with very little difficulty. If you're considering things like potions or anything of that nature, that is significantly harder and it would depend on the nature of it. Do note the polymorph scroll. We'll look into it. Again, that is going to be very difficult because most of that sort of thing is only contained at the mage stay, and of course that's under the control of the consortium. So
Would healing potions be difficult?
healing potions, we could probably get a few of those. I don't think that should be too difficult.
Probably might be good. Can you get a pink potion? I don't care what it does, but just like a little bottle of pink, shimmery potion.
So just like pink liquid is what you're after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be very easy.
Okay. I have a couple of those if you can get them.
A couple, sure.
Mhm.
Is that your love potion?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Is there any other information that you would like us to try and glean over the next couple of days?
Destaria is definitely at that estate.
Yes.
That's all the evidence pointed to.
Well, I mean, she was literally seen taken there, and she has not been seen removed, so one can assume she is still there. Again, we are talking about Arion, an incredibly powerful magical user.
Just a thought. We are still in the Empire, and there's a thing about mage rot and arcane, and the search for arcane users. I've forgotten what the little creatures are called that smell out the
Those
arcane.
hellhound things.
The
Yes, do they-
Venator.
The Vanator. Do they patrol regularly around the manor? Do you know if the manor has any magical defenses on it? Do you know of anyone within the Miera or an associated group with yourselves that has attempted something like this before, and if there was a degree of success, or if there wasn't, what did they try to do? What happened? That sort of thing would be invaluable for us as we decide how we're going to conduct this. That sort of first-hand would help, because I just off the top, I mean, I hate to say I haven't done this sort of thing for a long while, but I really think we're looking at a Boski, a Jim Brown, a Miss Daisy, 2 Jethros, a Leon Spinks, and not to mention the biggest Ella Fitzgerald ever. But it could be doable. We just need a bit more information.
Which I can answer most of those questions. But we're going to do that after going to break, because I'm conscious that some people's headphones and stuff are about to die and things like that. So we're going to quickly nip off to break for a 5-10 minutes. So we'll see you back here soon. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Grumpfel will get some answers to some of his questions. You might not get any answers. I don't know. It will depend on what mood I'm in when we get back.
See what you can
thanks
think
for
of
hanging out
in
with
10
us.
minutes.
We'll see you all soon.
In the land of Peldorn, where the echoes call, through the ruins deep, through the rise and fall, radiant shadows dreaming of the dawn, that which shines will blind us all. Tiernan crosses with shard and steel, searching for the lost. Blinky flies beside him, a faithful friend at any cost. Miera weaves the storm and flame, magic wild, chaos untamed. Power churning, bright yet dire, she walks the edge of fate and fire. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight, through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Delgrim stalks where the wild things cry, a sharpened blade, a hunter's eye, stranger to stars in the light of day. He hunts for the means to fell his prey. Grumpfel draws on death's domain, a good life's rest well earned, with Cometeon's blessing, sharing the lessons learned. Bee's mind is a map of endless lore, a wizard's gaze at the arcane door. Her blood runs thick with a trauma past, she weave her spell as the clock turns back. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight, through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Blinding gold and shattered crowns, lies that weigh and pull us down. A light too bright, a fate too tall, that which shines will blind us all. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight, through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks. Together they will stand as the darkness speaks. In the land of Peldorn, their epic tale is spun, a story still unfolding, a battle not yet won. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Radiant shadows, can you hear the call? That which shines will blind us all.
No, you're not the boss of me.
Whoa.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
She technically
thanks
is
for
the boss of you.
She is the boss of me. That's why she's bun mummy. Hey, we're back. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with us. We appreciate you lurking and spending your time with us. It's really nice of you. Castigan looks at Grumpfel and the litany of questions that he just fired off in a stream of verbal diarrhea, and struggles to quickly remember what all of those questions were, but replies, well, I mean, as I said, well, look, firstly, honestly, no one's been dumb enough to ever try and break into Erion's mansion. I mean, ultimately, it is pretty much a death sentence. If you get caught, you'll get killed. Even we're not brazen enough to want to do something like that. I mean, there's nothing in there. There's plenty of other marks that will garner us wealth or other things that we might need without interfering with someone of Erion's power and stature.
So you're saying they won't know how to act if someone tries to break in?
What?
Well, it's never been done before, so they'll be unprepared.
Who would be unprepared? What do you mean?
They would be. Whoever's in the estate.
Right, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, except there is nobody in the estate when we've organised for you to be going there.
I fully expect magical constructs of some kind.
Well, very well.
It would be strange to leave such a high value prisoner completely unguarded.
Exactly.
Well, didn't you say there was humanoid shapes that roam the grounds, but no one knows who or what they are? Are they still there?
Those have appeared over the last week. Those are something that we are unsure of, and is a new something that is newly popped up.
Uh-huh.
So
that's new. Okay.
Yes, correct. That is new. So very much it could be linked to potentially Destaria's presence there. But even then, any time Arion has ever brought anyone to the mansion as a guest, shall we say, people are simply just not stupid enough to interfere with him. So again, this may be the advantages that you bring to this. You are maybe those people who are stupid enough. In regards to magical protections around the building, on the grounds and the like, honestly, again, we are far from the experts with this thing. We do know that all entrances, doors, windows, etc. are magically barred. That is information that we have ascertained through some of the conversations that we have had. Beyond that, what is on the grounds itself, what is inside the building, we have no real insight into that. Again, the people that we've provided you the names of, they might have some information that can be provided. You're in a better situation to ask these questions. You seem to be fairly knowledgeable about these sorts of things. Again, as an organization, we tend to steer clear of anything magically involved because any involvement with the consortium, it is just simply not worth it. Now, your questions about the Vanator or any of their spellhounds in this area, no, generally speaking, those sorts of patrols generally stop people from getting into or out into the city, I should say, to make sure that the potential risk of any kind of mage rot infection is contained. In regards to patrols of that nature around his mansion, no, we have not seen anything like that. There are guards, of course, which patrol all of the streets at night, but they're infrequent enough that we can give you the required timing where those won't be a problem for you at all.
We thank you for your assistance.
Well, regarding the nature of the estate, I think I might have the wrong picture here, but is the estate like located within the confines of the town, or is it like outside?
No, it is definitely confined within the city itself.
Okay. Are we talking like a large walled estate? Or what are we talking here? Or is it like just a 2-story building with just a perimeter wall?
No. So the estate itself has got a wall around it, approximately about sort of 10-15 feet high, large iron gates to entrance into it. The grounds themselves are comparatively small, very plain, very uninteresting. Again, there are the kennels for the direwolves. There is the estate itself. The location of it is that the the mansion itself actually backs onto cliffs which overlook the ocean.
Oh, wow.
So it is effectively the cliffs are too high for anyone to try and climb up. Well, I mean, again, it comes down to, I guess, the nature of the person, but
Well, how
certainly
high are these
not.
cliffs, roughly?
Oh, we're talking probably over like 1,000 feet easily.
Okay.
Are they the type of rock? Is it solid? Is it susceptible to are there caves? Are there any sort of
Not
whether
where,
natural or man-made or?
not where that part of the city is located. No. So there's no caves, there's no, it's all, like, that's a whole area of the city that it's been built upon. So, no, it's
Does
very structurally
Arion
sound.
does Arion, the best of you that you know, have like a private staircase or access way down to the water, or is it basically he's on the top of the cliff, that's it, and doesn't do anything with that?
I mean, the cliffs are simply too high up to have a private staircase that would lead down. I mean, it's over 1,000 feet high. Like, I mean, it's not situated in a place where you could have, like, a dock at the bottom or anything like that. It's raging sea smashing into cliff
Okay,
faces.
it's still worth asking the question, because if we're going to do this, the more information we have, the better it is to work out what we do.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what else is it that you're needing? Just provide me a list of all the items. We'll go and secure those for you, and we'll get those delivered to you within sort of the next day.
Sorry, one last, if I may, and it's the merchant part of me asking. Obviously, without Arion there, is there still any other than staff going to the manor, deliveries, pickups, anything like that?
So when Arion is there, the staff will be attending the mansion and will deal with any deliveries as required. Again, majority of the staff are those that I've already advised you of. When Arion is not at the mansion, staff will attend on a regular basis to basically just clean and maintain. But beyond that, basically it is left empty.
How often do you see them come and go, or? Because obviously, there are wares, perishable wares, cheese, milk, bread, that if they know Arion is returning, they must have beforehand, so that obviously when the master of a household or mistress of a household returns, there's an expectation of to walk in and things be there. So they've obviously got to replenish that. Now, if you're saying Arion is out of town for 2 days, 3 days, do we know?
Oh,
Then
that's a good question. No idea.
Before that, obviously, they're going to want to replenish those supplies. I'm just thinking that may also be a point of access for us.
I mean, it's fair question. I mean, my understanding, we've only had 2 days to be able to fully observe this place, so there's no sort of consistency from the discussions we've had. The estate is maintained once a week when Arion is not present. When he is present, deliveries and stuff are made as required. So, unfortunately, I understand where you're trying to come from with this, but there's no sort of rhyme or reason. There's no way to predict. Sometimes he arrives via carriage. Sometimes he will just appear, and the only indication is that staff are attending the building again. Beyond that, who knows?
Yeah, interesting.
Again, this is an establishment which holds no interest whatsoever to the Mirror. So we've got no long-running information, no long-standing intelligence that we've gathered about it. We steer very, very clear. So what we've given you is what we've been able to get over the last couple of days.
You've seen Arion before.
Personally, yes, I've seen him
Yes.
before.
Okay.
Yes.
Gallivahad's going to put on his hat of disguise and we'll think about what the description of Arion was. And I'll turn around with the slick back dark hair
Yeah.
and the pale skin.
Yeah.
Is this close?
Sort of seems somewhat taken aback as you do that, and he sort of looks at you and goes, I mean, at a distance, you could potentially pass as him.
Okay.
I mean,
What
Is
I
there
facial
thought,
features
anything
would you change?
specific you would, anything specific you would change?
so are you trying to like basically do like an identikit for the
Yeah.
fucking head of
For the head of
disguise?
disguise, correct.
Interesting. I mean, his much gaunter looking, very sunken in cheeks, and he begins to kind of like sort of describe various features. Now, if you are trying to change how you look to match that, I will want an intelligence check. D20
Man,
plus your intelligence modifier.
I don't have one.
May
What?
Tiernan get in on this as well, simply because he also has a disguise spell that he uses quite frequently.
I mean, if you wanna be trying to do it at the same time.
Well, Tiernan probably wouldn't do that per se, but he would be trying to do the whole trying to sketch up a image of what this person's trying to describe. Or better yet, flat out ask him, can you draw a picture of Elrond?
I rolled a 13.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I mean, Kastic goes, don't worry, I'm no artist. I couldn't draw him to save my life. Um, 13. With the 13, you spend sort of like 10, 15 minutes, and he's like, I mean, it's closer, but still, again, anyone who even vaguely knows Arion is going to know that it's not him. Like, from a distance, at a glance, you might get away with it.
All right, something to keep in mind.
Oh, it's interesting.
Interesting. If I could find an actual picture of them, potentially could do better. But
Add it to the list
yeah,
of equipment.
get us a
That might be
photo.
something that we can provide.
Okay, cool. Get us a picture, a likeness of him. Thank you. That'll be good.
Just got this image of any of the games where you design your own character and you play with the slide.
Yeah, which is literally what you
Jawline.
would have just been doing. Yeah, no, bigger, no, nose the small, a little bit more pointy. Oh my god, you've taken it too far.
The chin.
All right. Okay, so is there anything else that we can provide you with, or otherwise I will take this list. I will return here tomorrow night, same time. But remember that you've got 2 nights, so basically tomorrow night, and then the following evening is when access will be provided.
If we need to venture to any of the places that you've mentioned that the staff members frequent, should we just go ourselves, or should we get word to you and you can make arrangements for us to get there so that we're not unintentionally compromising anything you have in play with this facility or anything like that?
Keep your heads down.
Naturally.
Don't make a ruckus, and you should be okay. But I mean, there's no secret way for us to be able to smuggle you around this. Well, I mean,
No.
it would depend exactly on where you're trying to get to, I
I
suppose.
think we can skulk around with ourselves.
The
without
city is
too
big
much
enough
trouble.
that as long as you're avoiding patrols and keeping your head down, you should be okay. Really, the biggest issue is going to be trying to leave the city. That's when everyone will be getting scrutinized.
I guess the only query I did have, the last query, sorry, was the Gilded Cage. You mentioned it was a tavern. I'm
Yes.
imagining it is a well appointed establishment. Is it? What are we talking here?
Gilded Cage. So the Gilded Cage is actually located in the same area of the town as Arion's mansion, so up in Zarich's Fall. Yes, very much high end. It's not a place where you go to rent rooms. It's where you're a place to go socialize, drink, eat fine food.
Is there any
Yes.
sort of so I'm imagining a high-end clientele. Anyone can simply walk through the door, or is it by members only?
No, anyone's welcome to go in there. I mean, if you go in dressed poorly,
Then clearly we won't get in. Yes, okay.
So
Well, no, it's
that
not
sort
that
of
you won't-
Dress
establishment.
codes.
Well, no, there's no dress code. You'll get in, but you'll just absolutely stand out.
Well, I don't think we want to stand out. So can
No,
we
that's
have
not the
some,
intention.
Can we have some fine clothes? Add that to the list.
For all of you, or
Yeah, I think so. And can we also have some dark, form-fitting attire? Nothing flappy, like nothing that's going to get caught on anything for when we're going in.
I know. Yes, clothing easy. We've got some people in the city who'll be able to provide you exactly what you're after.
There's many of these things as you are able to provide. And Delgrim's going to hand out a handwritten list that he had prepared earlier.
Yeah, sweet. And again, like he'll look through it, and as long as there's basically no magical items on there,
No, I'll send you a list.
yeah.
Exactly
Yeah,
17 chickens, 1 tube of toothpaste,
Yeah.
13 toothpicks. Like, what are you
A
doing?
grappling hook, 3 suckling pigs, and a banana.
Gallivahad crumples up his list of only magical items.
Who are you, MacGyver?
Okay.
McDelgrim.
With that, Castigan stands up, collects all the pieces of paper that you've given him, and goes, I will have someone meet you here again tomorrow evening with the goods that you've requested. If there's anything that you require from us, just talk to the lovely hostess that you've been dealing with already, and she'll be able to get a message to us.
And who should we ask for exactly? What's your code word?
Code word? Why would you need like I said, just tell her what it is that you need and she will get us the message.
Oh, okay.
Code words. Code words.
Well, I'm not all up with the lingo with espionage. I'm sorry.
It's quite apparent, which makes me somewhat concerned about the success you're going to have with this little endeavor. But look, all the best of luck. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Ta-ta for now. And Castigan stands up.
Can we
takes
roll
the stuff
insight?
from
No,
his
just kidding.
and heads on out. So with that, with this information, with this list of stuff that you're after, of which I will need to be sent so I can make sure that it all makes sense, and there's nothing in that's too weird or wild. Is there anything that you're wanting to do this evening? Also, alternatively, is there anyone that you want to visit the next day? Because basically you've got the next day, night, and the following day before you will be needing to venture off.
Okay, so we've literally got this night and the next night if we wish to go to any establishment.
Yep.
That these people would frequent.
Yeah, because the night's still it's not that late where you are on this exact night that you're on.
Well,
I think it would be... Sorry, yes.
Delgrim? No, Delgrim, you please go. I've been talking enough tonight.
I think it's probably a very smart idea for us to split into at least 2 groups across the city and try and talk to at least 2 of these people.
I fully concur.
Who are you thinking, Tiernan? Because I think the scholarly made, I think between Gallivahad and perhaps B could perhaps talk to scholarly made and buddy up and get some information on layout of mansion and perhaps some extra information on Destaria and her captor. But I think also perhaps this Marius at the Bellbreakers could be good to scope out. If we get into a little drinking competition, maybe something come out to get a sense for if they are not happy with their lot in life or if they are incredibly fiercely loyal. Maybe we drop potential rumor that their employer is in some kind of danger and we get some information that way.
Well, I'm not too sure about my my ability to handle alcohol. It's I don't have the best history with that. Yeah.
To be perfectly clear, Tiernan, you will not be partaking in this drinking competition.
Oh, okay. So where do I go?
You'll be
Come
there
for
to
moral
make sure that I do not say anything stupid.
That's tough.
May I suggest that one of your gambits for getting information is perhaps not saying that Arion's in trouble, because if it goes bad, they're going to go to the manor and increase the security.
Well, no, because he's not there.
Maybe gloat. As in, he's finally vanquished or subdued the opponent, that horrible Destaria.
That is definite possibility. I think this is one to play by ear, perhaps.
I would like I would like to have a look, perhaps tonight or tomorrow, before we have the goods returned to the lists to us. Maybe we should get, as they say, the lay of the land. Go see where, very low key, very quietly, we go and see where these areas are that the people frequent. The Gilded Cage, the Black, the Bell Breakers, the Old Bones.
We've run out of time, Grumpfel.
All I'm saying is we
have
tomorrow
a lot of time. If we do that, if they don't show up, then we achieve lay of land. If they do show up, then there's no harm in having a little chat. I was thinking, Grumpfel, you could perhaps go to Old Bones and talk to Graveyard Man, or you pick one side to go with and either try and help with Hopeless Romantic Girl, or with
I want to be honest. I want to be honest. I think Nox is going to be an incredibly hard nut to crack.
I don't think it's wise to try and even approach Butler.
Yeah,
I feel like he'd see right through us straight away.
Yeah, I understand the high clientele, and I can probably fit in that regard. But my ability to get information from someone like that, I think he'd just run circles around me. To be perfectly honest.
It's perhaps not a terrible approach, and maybe not this night. Maybe if we are successful, this is something we risk tomorrow night. Tiernan, perhaps you could say that you are in the market for someone of similar role and position, and put out little droppings of finding out how willing they would be to maybe jump ship and have new employer. It's relatively safe.
Oh, I see. But isn't Aaron really top dog in the Empire? Like he's fairly high up in the ranking, isn't he?
I would say it doesn't necessarily have to be here. We're in town with on behalf of a potion maker, and we're looking to increase our.
That's going to be a hard sell. He's the son of the Emperor, isn't he?
Yeah, I think you go with yourself, Tiernan, and perhaps.
Well, we're not asking him. We're asking the enforcer or someone for advice.
This is
How did
but-
you get this job?
this
Can
is
you
butler.
recommend someone? We're looking for. Oh, I thought we were looking to talk to the enforcer because the butler was going to be too hard to.
Yes, but this
That-
is backup plan, and Tiernan has made a very good point about nature of society's roles, and perhaps Tiernan being so bound to someone who has such high position is not such a great place to be. Maybe they secretly wish to have less responsibilities in life, and they're looking for a little bit more chill role.
Okay, so you want me to pretend to be a
Only
potential
yourself.
contractor? Okay, I see where you're going. I see where you're going. I wonder what I could be.
I think you be yourself, and you can mention who your father is as much as you like. You won't have to tell any lies, and that way there are no chance of being caught out in, well, little chance of being caught out.
Isn't there like a... Well, shardfolk aren't exactly... We're not a common commodity in the Empire.
So it's
Aren't I being
exotic.
listed?
It's a
Yeah,
fun,
aren't I being associated
adventuresome.
with B already?
It's a fun, adventuresome new job opportunity. Who wouldn't want to talk about that, or at least entertain the idea?
No, I'm more of a meant that me being from Karfabal is like a dead giveaway, and I'm on the wanted list.
This is a very good point that you make. Perhaps
So
we avoid that.
I would go as a I would definitely disguise myself before I.
Exactly as you are, except for everything about who you are. Yes.
Okay, I could probably wing something. But yeah, I do have an idea about that cliff, by the way. Spider climb is a very useful spell. I've
What
used
is-
it many times. So,
Is going to walk up and down cliff?
yeah,
Why? Why?
it's certainly an easy way to get to the other side of the manor, bypass the wall.
We already bypassed the wall. We have secret entrance. We have direwolf handler getting us secret way in and out
Way out.
and out. I presume.
Well, that's just a potential in case something goes wrong. That's all I'm
Backup
saying.
plan is a good idea. Will that only save you from being caught and viciously murdered, or all of us?
Well, maybe there's a potion variety.
Add it to the list quickly before he leaves.
Well, we
He's
can get it.
gone. He's gone.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's too late.
He
Well, no,
he couldn't wait to
we
get
were
out
going
there.
to supply him with a future list anyway.
Perhaps we can use it as some kind of distraction if we need. You're like, oh, look at strange man walking on side of cliff trying to attack mansion. And the rest of us run away safely and you dive into sea or something. But keep it in mind, there's some kind of backup plan.
Mm,
Is the
Don't wanna be the
tavern
tavern.
lady around somewhere?
Not on this floor. Like, this floor is now empty. It is just you guys out there. But you know that she'll be lurking downstairs somewhere.
Can I just, while they're discussing these plans, can I just nip downstairs? Because I have something I need them to get, like, quickly for me.
More pink potions with glitter in it.
No. So I would like to ask, what was her name? What was her name?
Oh, the person working at the inn.
Yes.
Good question. Let me just get back to the notes for that. Delia.
Delia.
Well, deal you.
He runs
I
a
have
poker
Ta- I
poker
have
game here
Talera
called
written down for some
Delia in.
reason.
What did you have written down?
Talera. I have Talera on the brain. What can I say? I was hoping that you could find for me very quickly the most intoxicating, romantic smelling cologne on the market.
Do you mean Elrond? Come on, third person.
For Laszlo.
Laszlo, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
Laszlo needs.
I did pronounce her name Delia before, which will be where the Talera came from. So yeah, no, that's on me.
Also, just quickly, wouldn't that scent just be Galivad's natural musk?
According to Delgrim.
True.
Yeah. Ode to fuck boy. Delia looks at you and just says, I can go and I can't do it tonight because everything's closed. No, actually, hold on, what am I saying? This is where the DM gets the cities confused. Sure, I can get someone go out to the night markets and find you something right now.
Well, and I will lean over so she can smell me. Do you think I need improving? I have bathed. So
make a persuasion check for me.
Sorry, did you say have or haven't?
I have.
We made a very big deal of the bathing, I think, when we arrived.
Yeah.
You rolled a 19
19.
plus 4, so 23.
It's a natural fragrance.
She leans in maybe a little bit closer than what the original intent was. And it has a very small sort of sniff, and kind of just like almost to steady herself, puts like one hand on your chest.
I'll put my hand over it. And then with the other hand, I'll just sweep a piece of her hair out of her.
Well, she's got closely cropped, like,
that's fine,
hair.
I'll do it anyway.
No, I think you smell more than you smell lovely, Laszlo.
Thank you, Laszlo appreciates it.
Can I say how much I hate this third person? That's just yeah, no.
I love it.
But funny thing is, Laszlo doesn't.
Yeah. Do you? Maybe you don't even really need any like cologne or anything.
Well, maybe if you could find me something slightly intoxicating, that would be good, and then I can just decide.
I'll handle this request personally.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just make sure, obviously, it has to go with my skin chemistry, so nothing too harsh. Like, you've smelt me, so you know what would go.
I've already got some ideas. This whole time she hasn't also removed her hand from your chest either.
I will take her hand and I will give it a squeeze, and then I'll give her a wink, and then start backing up towards the stairs.
You can see she blushes ever so slightly, and then turns and heads off out of the tall cauldron to go about her mission for you.
Lovely, thank you. I'll head back upstairs.
Okay, now question for the group. We are approaching. We're running a little bit early. We're approaching 10 to 10. We've had some stuff. I know we've got some people who've got some headaches and bits and pieces going on. Did we want to keep going for a little bit longer? This would be a natural kind of pause point before the group spreads out to go and talk to various people. What do you guys want to do?
I think given my group has someone missing, I would say let's pause here.
I'm sort of in agreement, yeah. But I would like to establish, thus far, we are probably thinking of approaching the Scullery Maid and the Enforcer tonight. Is that sort of what everyone's thinking?
So Jelana and Marius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we won't. Obviously, I'm in agreement with Cass. I'm quite happy to end early, and yeah.
Yeah, look, it's 10 to 11 here, so I can't say no to that. But also, if Grumpfel wants to go solo, maybe also the old mate in the graveyard.
Yeah. Look, if we stick a pin in it here, you guys can debate about that before the next session, and then go from there. But it sounds like there's a rough plan. Go talk to people, see what you can find out. see what the mirror can do in regards to getting you more goodies to help with your escapades, and then proceed to break into possibly, break into this place.
Ocean 11
Can
this
we-
stuff, huh?
I think we do need to be quite decisive about what we do if our people that we're talking to are like, I'm going to tell on you. We need to know what we're going to do.
Well, the idea is not to actually let on that we're trying to break into a place.
And avoid
Yeah, but
killing
if-
them.
If
But hold
you
on.
people start
Have you
getting-
met you guys?
Yeah,
Sadly, yes.
someone's going to blab straight away. So we need to decide.
And that is why Tiernan is not allowed to do drinking, and why Gallivahad is one doing talking.
Seducing, I should say.
Thing. All right. Let's call it there.
Okay.
And next session we can see just how we go about garnering the rest of the information, and then how this breakout's going to go. I'm sorry, Pro, that it's not an actual jail.
I'm fine with it. I need you to understand how disappointed Delgrim is that it's not an actual jail.
You were talking
You're
about
destroying
that.
a poor
he's
young
devastated.
dwarf stream.
You were
I can't-
talking about that, and I was just like, oh, fuck.
I came
if
up
had
with
a-
this thing like when we were in, I can't remember what's the name of that town that we fled to. Where
Harrow? Was it Harrow?
no. After that.
Delian's Rest.
Yeah, Dalian's Rest. When there was like the slightest chance of a prison break there,
Oh.
I came up with it and I was like, yeah, Delgrim's absolutely had this as a thing since a kid. Like he's
Yeah,
really into the concept of a prison break.
Yeah.
Well, looking back, we probably should have done the prison break.
Well, maybe. Although
Yeah.
maybe I don't know, Miera's brain would be soup from Mind Flayer potion if we had
It's
him.
fine. It's just Miera. What's the
Yeah,
problem?
she's gone now. She's
Oh,
left
yeah.
us. She's
Dare you.
abandoned us.
out of sight, out of brain, out of mind.
She's
I'm
gone
sure
to,
that
she's
she's
gone
not
to
going to
start her
come
own.
anyway.
She's gone to start her own cult.
Yeah. Yep.
Move
Hey.
over, Aloysius.
Thank you very much to everyone who's hung out with us tonight. It is a slightly earlier finish, as stated before. But thanks to the raiders who came in, who I completely missed because I had the window minimized and wasn't looking. So thank you to
Hamish.
Mr. Hartley and all of his lovely people who came in and raided us. We'll come back in a fortnight. We'll do this again. You guys have to come back and watch the next session, because these guys
This is
Trying
the
to
only.
get
We've done so
Well-oiled
much planning.
machine.
We've thought about this so hard, and it's the first time, literally the first time that's ever happened.
and there's going to be talking, and there's going to be break it. Like, this is the
recipe for
potential for
disaster.
so much is truly amazing. I
gonna be
cannot
peak
I'm
wait.
quite
Great.
certain we will be fine as long as the GM doesn't make me roll a skill check. As long
Look,
as
I
it
will-
doesn't happen,
I will-
we'll be fine.
Shout out to Cass for the whole fucking disguise hat, making herself look like Ariok. That
call.
was very clever. That
Mm.
was very, very clever.
Thank you.
And getting a picture drawn, like, I've got a whole fortnight to think about that one, but no.
I
In
want an
case we
actual
rock up with a
picture.
carriage with Elrond in the back, you know.
Yeah.
Let me
Who?
in. What's going
You
on?
keep saying Elrond.
Don't you know
yeah, I'm
who
tired.
I am?
Yeah. Hey, do we have a rating target? Let me check the chat. I don't think I haven't been paying attention because I'm terrible.
There's a channel on at the moment called Meeples and Dragons. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Ah, don't do them. They
See,
sound
should we
dodgy.
rate it?
Do we have a, or anyone? Do we have a target?
Do you want vocalization or do you want in the chat?
Just check it in the chat so that
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a
Sweet.
good egg.
Yep. Awesome. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Really appreciate you. Please come back next week, because next fortnight, because this is going to be cooked as fuck. It's going to be amazing.
Could-
All right.
I don't-
Did anyone
I don't know
hear
if I should be
Saz
worried.
say that?
Yeah.
I don't think no. GM workshop, that's where we're rating out to.
Yes, GM
We all
workshop.
heard it, but you didn't. The voices in our head told us what to do.
That's right. We have a direct line
What's that? You want us to burn the house down? What's
to
that?
She of the Buttons. No, we're gonna try stealth first. Jeez.
Yeah.
Watch this actually play out like that though. Like any computer game I've ever played, we're gonna try this all planned out well and
No,
stealthy.
fire never works.
Trip over,
There's
and
no
then just have to
point in
blow
planning.
everything up.
Yeah.
Let's just
If
go.
If I remember
and
correctly,
break everything.
I remember correctly last time that we tried to make our way through a manor, there was a makeup incident and someone tried to set the building on fire.
Yeah.
So
We
we're
both failed
the
miserably.
bar is low. The bar is low.
Yeah,
Tiernan
don't
just got shot in the face with the
makeup
paint.
gun.
Makeup gun.
Yeah, makeup
Yeah.
gun. And then
Yeah.
they set the curtains on fire. It was
Yeah.
really
We were gonna get
Second.
caught. We needed a distraction. It worked.
We're
It
going to go
surely was
raiding
a
now. Bye,
distraction.
everyone. Have a really lovely evening, and we'll see you in a fortnight.
Be good.